this as a scare tactic to try to get people down to the altar or get them saved or whatever. I mean, no doubt about that. But you mentioned that maybe it was a healthy view. I mean, are you sure about that? It's what some of these, did it create a God that?
No. No, I don't think I don't know if I said it was a healthy view. Maybe I did.
Maybe
but I think I don't think that's a healthy
fear. Maybe
the fear. It made that impression on me. But again, I think fear is not a good motivator for long term because once you begin to carry on with your life, and the fear goes away a little bit until you see something else that reminds you of and I think the fear that people have of hell is more the everlasting part of it, which is, to me, is the greatest misconception about hell, is that it's an ongoing, everlasting thing. When I think the Bible doesn't teach us that that's the true aspect of hell.
Right. In other words, a God that could never be revenged, could never have vengeance. He tortures people for all eternity, and which I think a lot of people have a problem with that. In fact, I'm not sure how many people actually believe that in their heart of hearts, that God would do that. I mean, I know to say it is one thing, but actually believe it, that this is what's going to happen, that God is, and in my understanding that is in the concept of taught that is of heaven, that hell is right there. There's a place called hell that you can go to and see all this going on. Is that, I mean, at least that's what I think I've been taught about.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much the understanding, but it was interesting that Barna had a research study that said 32% of adults who believe in this doctrine and concept of hell don't believe there's an actual physical place that you go to. So even though the doctrine, that's what their doctrine teaches, that when you die you go to hell, which is this place where you go, and as Freddie mentioned, being tortured forever, the people who believe it, 32% of them don't believe it's an actual physical place. They believe in the concept of a vengeful God, but yet not the place itself.
So that's probably why, even any of us who have been to funerals, you never go to a funeral where someone's being, where it's being taught that person who's gone, no matter how evil they were, how mean and rotten they were, whether they were ever, quote, saved or whatever, you never go to a funeral where that person's being, it's being preached that that person is actually in hell. Even though people would say, yes, I believe in heaven or hell, but I don't believe anyone I love has ever gone to that place.
It's always someone else that is in hell. And when you actually start talking to people, I mean, it's kind of humorous to me to think that, if you talk to people and you took them at what they said and their beliefs, then hell is actually a very empty place. There's very few people.
Anybody that's there.
No, there's very few, except like maybe Hitler or some of the that people are all in agreement about that's evil. But as far as family members, nobody. I mean, if you talk to most people, they don't have a family member in hell. So if you take all those and put them together, there's nobody in hell.
All right.